viewers and viewesses, I'm Propagandist, and welcome to Girls and Panzer Quizzes here on Quotev. Now, not done a video for a while actually on this channel, so really I need to update with something. I've got all kinds of things in the works, I've just not had really time to actually finish any of them. But in the meantime, have a bit of filler content. We're going to look at some of these quizzes right here. There's quite a few of them in fact, so who knows, maybe I'll get a couple of videos out of this, I don't know. But first of all, we're going to ask which member of the Anglerfish team is your waifu. We're going to find out. So, question number one. Do you like tanks? Well, considering that I'm a Girls and Panzer fan, I would think that the answer to that is yes. So, sure, why not? What's my blood type? Okay. That's not a question I was actually anticipating or expecting, but I guess we can try and answer this. I actually cannot remember off the top of my head what my blood type actually is, so skip please. Wow, fantastic start to the quiz already. Time to fight. Which of these would you want playing in the background as you and your team go to battle? Battlefield 1943 theme, the Halo 2 anniversary theme, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 soundtrack Mr. Blue Sky, Cuphead the High Sea Hijinks, or My Hero Academia 2 original soundtrack, Jet Set Run, or we can skip. Okay, gonna be honest here, not listen to a single one of these. So, well, Mr. Blue Sky, is that basically Mr. Blue Sky by Electric Light Orchestra? I feel like, I mean, if that's the answer there, then if you know, if I've got that correct, then that is actually the only one that I've actually listened to. So, I mean, I guess these are all probably, you know, fairly good, but you know what, I'm gonna have to go with Mr. Blue Sky, assuming it's the Electric Light Orchestra version that they're referring to.
Mr. Blue Sky, please tell us why you had to hide away for so long.
If that's the case, then fuck it, Mr. Blue Sky it is. Okay. If you were alone and you were engaging an enemy tank, which part of the vehicle would you go for? The tracks, the back, the sides, shoot where the engine's at, keep shooting till it's dead, or skip? Well, here's the thing, right? Are we basically trying to brute force it, or are we trying to be tactical? I wonder if that picture is actually from the Girls and Panzer Dream Tankery Match PS4 game. Interesting. Yeah, I wonder. Or maybe it's from that. There's actually, I think, is it like a DS game as well for Girls and Panzer? I don't know. There's a couple of games. All I can really remember is the PS4 one, which is like the Super game. Which, you know, if I had a PS4, I'd definitely get that one. Alright, come on, back to the question at hand here. Where will we go for? Now, you see, obviously, anyone who knows anything about tank warfare knows that firing at the front, you know, if you're shooting at the front, that's where the thickest armour's going to be. So that's probably going to be the most protected part of the tank, so probably not the best idea. But then again, that's not actually really an option on here unless you're going for keep shooting till it's dead. Keep shooting till it's dead sounds like the kind of just desperate. That actually sounds like the Momo Kawashima answer, that does. Shoot where the engine's at, well that would be the back, wouldn't it? Where the engine is on pretty much any tank. Certainly any, you know, tank with the typical sort of, you know, layout kind of configuration, you know what I mean. So the back could be a good one if you want to be really tactical, or the sides, because the sides, you know, the sides tend to be thicker in most tanks in terms of their armour than the back. God, that was a garbled sentence. You know what, I'm just going to say the back, because I think the back is the best point to attack it, where the armour's probably thinnest, and you can probably get a fairly good knockout. I'd go for tactics, go for the ambush approach. Okay. Which of these World War II movies do you like, or is your favourite? Hacksaw Ridge, haven't actually seen it. Saving Private Ryan, I've seen a bit of that. Haven't actually watched the whole thing. Pearl Harbor, I haven't actually seen it, I must admit. Schindler's List, I have seen. Enemy at the Gates, I've seen a bit of. My God, I mean, it's a bit of a limited selection. I mean, there's a whole load of other, World War II movies out there which we could talk about. Like, for example, A Bridge Too Far, I've seen that one. Bridge Over the River Kwai, I've seen that one as well. So it's kind of a difficult one to choose from here, but I'm going to have to go Schindler's List, just because it is the only one I've actually watched the whole way through. I have a feeling Saving Private Ryan would probably be a, you know, good choice, but I haven't actually, obviously I haven't watched the whole thing through, so, you know, I can't say it's my favourite. Okay, fine, Schindler's List, I'll have to go with that. Are you athletic? Now, you see, I want to say yes, but the reality is I have not, you know, participated in sports for a heck of a long time. So, sadly, the answer is going to be no to that one. What we got here? If you're part of a tank crew, would you be the tank commander, operator, loader, gunner, or driver? Okay, so we could be the captain of the team, we could be the one who operates the radio, the one who loads the shells, the one who fires the shells, or the one who drives the tank overall. You know, I'd like to be the captain, you know. That's the thing. I want to be the commander, because, you know, that's the best role. You're in charge of the whole thing and all that. So, you know, tank commander it is. A mouse has appeared! What do? Fantastic grammar right there. You could do the run meme. Oh, the run meme music. Okay, sure, yeah.
Run.
Ever heard the story of David and Goliath? Well, that's what I'm going to do to the mouse. What, you're going to throw a stone at it? Okay, sure, whatever. Right. I mean, these are not exactly ideal answers, or we could just skip it if we wanted. You see, running, I feel like that sounds like the fucking cowardly approach, but actually it could be the tactical approach. Because the mouse is a pretty heavy tank, it has pretty thick armour, so you're not going to take that thing down in a one-on-one fight unless you've got something that can punch through that armour from the front. So I think, you know, the tactical approach here is to run, rather than to actually try and engage it dead on. Don't be a hero, be tactical. Okay, run it is. Which of these tanks would you and your team operate in a Senshado match? Note, all of these are legal to use in Senshado. The Stridsvagn L60, which is a Swedish tank from the World War II period. The Comet, a British one. Tiger 1, okay. You could go for a Soviet Su-100, a Sherman Firefly, or you could skip. Okay. I don't really know a huge amount about this Stridsvagn L60, to be honest. Comet was a decent tank. I think Comet actually had a very good kind of speed, if I'm not mistaken. Or was that the Cromwell? I can't actually remember. I've completely forgotten. Tiger 1 obviously has, you know, very powerful gun, very thick armour. But obviously the only problem with Tiger 1 is just the, well, some of the mechanical questions around it. The fact that, you know, sometimes if it breaks down, or, you know, if one of its wheels gets busted, it takes ages to repair and whatever. So, yeah, I don't know. Tiger 1, it's a decent tank, but it's not my favourite. Su-100, I don't know a lot about that one. In fact, is the Su-100 technically a tank, or is that actually a self-propelled gun? Because the Soviets had a lot of, you know, big, casemate-style self-propelled guns that they used to use in World War II, with really heavy artillery. Sherman Firefly, though, oh god, I just knocked my microphone by accident. Sherman Firefly I kind of like the sound of. Because the thing is, you know, I'll admit, I have a soft spot for Sherman tanks. And the Firefly, with its big, is it 17-pounder? You know, it's got a bit of an upgraded gun. Ooh, so... fuck it, I'm going for the Sherman Firefly. I like it. I'll go for that one. Which of these heights are you closest to, or is literally your height? 158 centimetres, 5 foot 2 inches. 157, 5 foot 2 inches. 163, 5 foot 4. 145, 4 foot 9 inches. Okay, I have a feeling that the 145 centimetres, that's probably Mako Reize, who that's going to get me to. I have a feeling that the 163 one is probably Hana Isuzu, because isn't she the tallest one of the anglerfish team? I can never remember off the top of my head what my actual height is. Obviously I'm probably actually not far off 6 feet, or at least not too far. I don't know, I have no idea. I wish I could just get my tape measure out right now and actually just measure myself. That's the thing, there's so many things about myself that I just never remember. My blood type, my height, things like that. Okay, well, the truth is, I'm probably taller than all of the Girls and Panzer Anglerfish Team girls, so I think 163 probably is the thing I'm closest to, so we'll go for that one. Final question, which of these modern-day tanks do you like, or your favourite? The FV4034 Challenger 2, okay, Challenger 2, that's obviously the British bias, you know, coming out there. Not on the map maker, the quiz maker's part even. You know, I could. What am I trying to say here? I'm garbling my lines completely. I could say that I could go for my British bias and just go for the Challenger 2. Could go for the M1 Abrams from the US, the T14 Armata, Russian, Type 10 from Japan, the AMX Leclerc from France. What about the Leopard 2 from Germany? Can we not go for that one? No. Well, you know what, fuck it. British bias, I think, is going to win out here. Let's go for the Challenger 2. Who we got? Oh, I got Yukari. Okay. Okay, well, you know, I'll take it. Yukari is my Anglerfish team waifu. Gonna be honest, she's not the one that I would have picked, but then again, she's a prime waifu choice for many people, and I can see why people would see the appeal. So, yeah, okay, you know what, Yukari? I'll take you. Good one. And time now, I think, for another one. Shall we do what Girls on Panzer School tankery are you? There are Oarai Girls High School, St. Gloriana Girls High School, Saunders Girls High School, Pravda Girls High School, Kuromoromine Girls High School. But which of these is your school? Well, let's find out, shall we? Which style of the following do you prefer? Do you prefer laid-back, people-oriented, friendly, energetic, cheerful, lively yet extravagant, graceful, calm and organised, confident, patriotic, proud, disciplined, organised, strong? Okay, so I feel like we could kind of metagame this one a little bit, because I have a feeling I can sort of guess what's, you know, which schools some of these answers actually correspond to. I mean, the disciplined, organised, strong one, that's got to be Kuro Morimine, right? The graceful, calm and organised, that sounds like St. Gloriana. Energetic, cheerful, lively yet extravagant, would that be Saunders? And confident, patriotic, proud be Pravda? And obviously the top one then must be Oarai. Okay, I mean, you know, there's some good qualities in all of these, to be honest. I mean, you know, if you're the commander of a tankery team, you probably want some discipline in there. I mean, you definitely want discipline, let's be honest, because you want your team members to be able to carry out your orders to the best of their ability and all that. Confidence is important, yes, though obviously there is such a thing as being overconfident. I don't see how patriotism and pride necessarily would help in a battle. I mean, maybe they would lend themselves to morale, perhaps, I don't know. But again, like I say, there is such a thing as overconfidence that you've got to watch out for. Graceful, calm and organised. Well, organised, certainly, and, you know, keeping calm under pressure, also very important. So, I mean, actually, that's actually, organised has come up twice there. One for what I suspect is the St. Gloriana answer, but also down here for the Kuromorimine. So far, you know, I've emphasised organised and disciplined kind of twice now. Energetic, cheerful, lively yet extravagant, okay? Laid back, people oriented, friendly. Apologies for clearing my throat. Let's see now. Okay, so which one of these shall I go for? Which one of these would I normally kind of go for if I was going to choose a school? I mean, I'm a pretty laid back person myself, to be honest. So I feel like I'd probably fit with the top answer there. You know, okay, fine. I have a feeling that's the Oarai answer, but whatever. What kind of party do you make to celebrate your victory? Do you have a sleepover party, a campfire party with lots of food, an indoor party with a lot of desserts, or a party with a lot of music and dance? Well, I'll be honest, when it comes to dancing, I am not a good dancer. You know, my dancing is probably proper dad dancing, let's be honest. Indoor party with a lot of desserts, I can see the appeal, sure. I get the feeling that the sleepover party could be the Oarai one. Possibly, I don't know. Then again, there is only 4 answers this time, between 5 schools, so I'm not sure. Maybe it's a bit more complex than that. The campfire party sounds interesting, though. I'm guessing that's kind of an outdoors thing, and it has lots of food. And if it's a campfire, maybe it's going to be like barbecue, that kind of thing. Ooh. Oh, man. You know what? Fine. Campfire party with lots of food. Let's go for that one. What kind of tank do you prefer to use in your tankery? That is a fantastic picture, of course, from episode 12 of the TV series, Tank Physics Right in Action. Any kind of size would be fine, as long as it's comfortable to use and to move around. The fast one with a good gun power would be nice. Okay, yeah, that's a good option. I tend to use big number of them in order to wipe out my enemies. Okay, so I'm going to be honest, this one sounds potentially like the Saunders answer. Use sheer numbers just to overwhelm your opponent. Mostly light/medium tanks that are fast and reliable. Yeah, okay. Medium or heavy tanks, I prefer the ones that are powered by gas, because the cold might freeze you fuel even in the winter. Slight spelling mistakes there. Okay, that sounds like the Pravda response. Definitely gonna get gas coming up my throat from my tea. Good lordy. It's going to be affecting my commentary. Final option, medium heavy tanks with thick armour and good gun power. The more intimidating you are, the more possible you will win. The more likely it is you'll win, I'm guessing that should say. Not sure I agree with that final one. I mean, yeah, thick armour and good gun power can be a good thing, but I don't know, tank warfare is all about mobility, ultimately. You know, if you can outflank your enemies, you can do much more than if you were to try attacking them head on and things like that. So, yeah, I'm gravitating away from that bottom answer, to be honest. Medium heavy tanks. Prefer the ones powered by gas because cold might freeze your fuel in the winter. That is a very specific thing, that is. A very specific qualm. Mostly like medium tanks that are fast and reliable. I mean, yeah, I kind of agree with that. Fast and, you know, what was the Guderian quote that Maho Nishizumi refers to in episode 10, is it? Yeah, I think it is episode 10, isn't it? The Guderian quotes, so something like, it's better to have a fast runner than thick skin, or whatever. Guderianは言った。熱い皮膚より速い足と。Yeah, I can see where that's going again. It goes back to mobility in tank warfare and all that. You know, I'm kind of gravitating towards the top one. Size doesn't really matter to me for the tank, as long as it's comfortable to use and to move around. And the fast one with a good gun power, I think, would be a good combination. So, fuck it, go with that one. Right, what is your favourite kind of food? Soups, curry, or desserts? Fast food, light and sweet food, such as sandwich and biscuits, that's the fucking St. Gloriana answer right there, I'm guessing. Pies, potatoes and hot foods, or food with a lot of meat? Ooh, okay. Here's the thing, you know, when it comes to fast food, for example, I must say, at the moment, I have a soft spot for KFC at present, because I've discovered where my nearest one actually is located. It's pretty close. So, on top of that, also, Deliveroo actually does, well, they do kind of delivery services from it as well, so I don't even need to go to it. I can just order online, get my fillet tower burger, and my little box with fries and popcorn chicken in it. Lovely. Lovely stuff. But I don't subsist on fast food, so I'm not going to go for that, because I wouldn't say it's my favourite. It's a convenience thing. You know, every few weeks, if maybe I come home late in the evening one day from work and I can't be arsed cooking for myself, just go on, you know, go on the internet, get Deliveroo to bring me a KFC. So that's not a frequent thing. Soups, curry, desserts, feels, I don't know. That's quite a range of stuff though, isn't it? Light and sweet foods, sandwich and biscuits. Gonna be honest, I really don't eat sandwiches all that often. I don't. When I do, I tend to toast them as well. You know, put cheese. You know, you got to get a good cheese toasty for me. That is. In fact, actually, a good kind of toasty that I really like was one that used to be served in a cafe that I worked in back in my undergraduate days. I used to work part time, and we did like a panini. And it had steak, cheese, and red onion. Oh god, it was tasty. Oh, delicious that was. Lovely stuff. Okay, pies, potatoes, and hot foods. That definitely appeals to me as a Northern English person, I'll be honest. You know, can't beat a good old meat and tatty pie, can you? Food with a lot of meat. I mean, fuck it. I'm going to let my inner Northerner sort of dictate the answer to this one. I'm going to go for the pies, potatoes, and hot foods, because why the hell not? What kind of friend do you want to be with? A friend who is always there for you when you're down, a friend you can have a lot of fun with, or a friend with the same interest as you? I mean, these are all kind of important. So you're going to make me choose, basically. Let me just sip some tea whilst I ruminate on this conundrum. That's actually getting a bit lukewarm. I'm going to need to drink it up fairly soon. I don't know. Let's see now. I mean, having a friend who's always there for you, yeah, sure. A friend you can have a lot of fun with, yeah, sure. But same interests as you, yeah. I think I'm kind of gravitating towards the bottom one. I mean, it's good having a friend for you who's always there for you when you're down, but having said that, I like to think I am kind of a bit of a resilient sort of person myself, so a friend you can have a lot of fun with. Yeah, I mean, I do have friends, and we do have, you know what, shared interests. That's what we're going to go with, because if you have a shared interest, then you can, naturally by extension, have a lot of fun, you know? So let's go for the shared interest. What kind of battle cry would suit you? A word to move forward, yelled cheerfully. Right, that's got to be Panzer 4, and that's got to be the Oarai option, hasn't it? Just a motto would be fine, or a loud patriotic yell. You know what, fuck it, I'm happy to go with Panzer 4. Panzer 4? Panzer Vor, even.
では、パンツァー4! パンツァー 4!
Got to put the stress on that phoneme. Right, let's go for that one. And I got Oarai Girls High School. That's actually not surprising. You are in Oarai Girls High School. Despite of being new and a bit unexperienced in tankery, you have a wonderful commander, Miho Nishizumi, who is good at tactics and skillful, who could bring you to victory. You value being loyal to your commander and teammates, and likes to help friends in need instead of putting victory first. Although by doing so, you still could achieve victory, so there is no excuse to not help your friends. You use tanks from various countries. As long as it works nicely, it will work, yes? Yeah, I think clearly English is not the first language here, but that doesn't matter. I can understand what's trying to be said here. Well, there you go. So, I got Yukari Akiyama for the waifu, and I got Oarai for the school. You know what? That's probably a pretty standard result for both of those, I would think. Oh, there you go. I'll tell you what, we're going to wrap this video up here. So this was just a little bit of filler content here on Propagandist. A couple of nice little Girls and Panzer related quizzes. I'll probably record more videos like this straight after this one, in which I just do various Girls and Panzer Girls and Panzer quizzes even, because there's quite a few of them here on Quotev, at least a few that I'd be willing to do. So thank you, Regan Lloyd, for that second quiz there. Obviously, if you're not aware, Propagandist is my second channel. My main channel is General Risk Strategist, where I do a lot of gaming content, so if you want to go check that out, you can probably find a link to that down in the video description, along with a link to its social media pages. But, other than that, thank you once again, everybody, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye, all.